Hey everyone, how you doing today? It's me, David, coming to you from my whiskey den here in Central Ohio. For this week's, whatever day, whatever video this is, um, I want to do something with Jack Daniels. And first, I'm going to say Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey. Give you the mash bill, get that out of the way so I don't have to hold this anymore. It's 80% corn, 8% rye, 12% malted barley. Um, and the reason why I'm doing this little video is because I was recently at a local liquor store, local to me, and they had a bottle of the Jack Daniels Sinatra Select. And being a guy from Jersey, in fact, my paternal grandmother, that would be my father's mother, who is born and raised in Hudson County, New Jersey. He even said on occasion that she went to the same school at the same time as Frank Sinatra. She didn't have and she even said even as a kid he wasn't he was pretty full of himself. I don't know. But Frank knew what he liked, and that included his whiskey of choice was indeed Jack Daniels. He enjoyed it so much. Jack Daniels, from what I could tell, actually did a special run just for him, and now that's available today as Sinatra Select. 1 liter bottle of Sinatra Select runs for like $150 retail, and it's like, okay, so that's a liter. It looks nice. I mean, it comes in a nice box, nice packaging. It's a liter of Jack Daniels. But as much as I'd like to have a bottle of that, am I actually going to enjoy it and drink it at $150? If I had a lot of money, maybe. So what I did was since it's 90 proof, the Sinatra Select is 90 proof. Why is that? Well, back until I think sometime in the 80s, Jack Daniels was indeed a 90 proof Tennessee whiskey, but then they brought it down to 80 proof, probably I think in the 80s to give it, whatever reasons, watered it down a little bit. So to get 80 proof, I took Jack Daniels Old Number 7 at 80 proof to get 90 proof, and I took Jack Daniels Bonded, which is 100 proof. So you take 180, which is 80 plus 100. You get 180. You divide that by 2 because we got 2 different whiskeys in here. You get 90. So that would make it a 90 proof Jack Daniels. Then what I did, I took some of the 90 proof out of these 2 bottles, and I took equal amounts, which is actually, I took this 2-ounce shot glass from early times, filled it to the 2-ounce line with one of each of these, okay, and then put it in these mason jars. So this is just a straight blend of the 2 whiskeys here. This I double oaked using Jack Daniels whiskey barrel chips. So that's just basically just steeping it in these. And then this is more of an aged Jack Daniels 90 proof. So what I did was I took an equal amount. I counted out the chips that I used out of the bag. I think I used about 12 in here and 12 in here. But with these, I took a propane torch and I torched one side of the chips to make it nice and black. The reason why I did that is because the barrels Jack Daniels uses for their Sinatra Select, just what they did for Frank himself, they scored those barrels a little deeper, so you'd have more of a permeation. I think they extra scorched them, but even if they didn't, we're charring those wood chips to get a nice bourbon barrel char. And I don't really see, well, actually, this is a little darker. I soaked them, let them steep for about 6 hours in these little jars. And Yeah, so this is a bit lighter than that. So we're gonna, and now I've gone in 3 glasses. I have a fourth glass because I'm gonna see how these compare to this Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select, which is 94 proof. So, it's a little closer in proof to the 90 proof. But let me put that over here. And let's have at it, shall we? So first I'm going to try the straight 90 proof. Actually, before I do that, let me have a little acclamation of this. Nice, elegant. And because it's 80% corn whiskey, that you're getting that Jack Daniel's sweetness. And yeah, that's really a very nice, elegant tasting Tennessee whiskey. But let's go with the straight blend out of the bottle. Equal parts of both of those. Doesn't smell too spectacular. But it's nice. It's got a nice sweetness on it. That corn ethanol flavor. At worst, what you're getting when you blend equal parts of these two, in my opinion, is that Jack Daniel's from like pre 1980s when it was still 90 proof. It's good. It's like I said, it's got a real ethanol corn type flavor to it. But it's okay. It's good. I mean, that would be what I would say the standard Jack was back in the day. Now let's get to the double oaked. It's a bit smoother, a bit oakier. I don't particularly care for double oaked bourbons and whiskeys, but I mean, I don't like the oakiness on it. It just tastes very woody, or an oaky undertone to it. Not the best. So now let's try this. And keep in mind, I just want to make this clear. I've never had the Sinatra Select. I would love to try it at some point to see if it's truly better. From the Jack Daniel's official site, Frank Sinatra, old Blue Eyes, would have his Jack Daniel's on ice with a splash of water. So he's watering it down anyway. I'm just trying it straight. Wow. That has a definite caramel on the nose. Man, that does smell pretty good. Wow. Definitely getting caramel out of that. Man. That, oh my gosh. It's kind of like, in a way, like a Milky Way bar type of deal. Which, you think of a Milky Way, the American Milky Way bar. So if you're over in England, I think your Milky Way bar is a Mars bar. And your Milky Way bar is more of a Snickers bar, what we have here with the peanuts in it. But I just want to say that. But regardless, this one that I did with those wood chips, it's really nice. It's sweet, it's smooth, it's caramelly. It's got some chocolate undertones to it. Um, and when they created Milky Way bar, they wanted to make like a chocolate bar that was like a chocolate malt shake. And that's what I'm getting out of that. That is really stinking good. But let's see how it compares now to this single barrel at 94 proof. Single barrel select. It's a little more harsh. This one, this aged in those charred wood chips, that is, to me, that's pretty phenomenal. It's a really nice version of Jack Daniels. I gotta just have a little bit more of that. Man. Yeah, I'll let that open up a little bit more. So, if you want to replicate this at home and get this kind of experience, take a 1 quart mason jar, okay, and get yourself a bag of these Jack Daniels wood chips. You can, I would strongly suggest put them in a metal pie plate or some sort of metal plate. Lay them on like a single layer. You could use a cookie sheet or whatnot, and just really scorch the heck out of them with a propane torch available at any hardware store. And I got them really black. Let me see what I have here. I mean, like that. This one is on both sides, but I only did one side because some of these are already, because they're bourbon barrel chips, the one side has a scorch to it, the other side usually doesn't. But just do that, and my rule of thumb is I will take a handful and put them in that mason jar, and then do equal parts. So keep in mind that the bonded comes in a 700 milliliter bottle, whereas this is a 750 milliliter bottle. So you're not going to do half a bottle each. Measure it out to 375 milliliters, which if you have a graduated liquid measuring cup, 375 milliliters of each into the mason jar with the wood. I would put the wood chips in already first, and then put the whiskey in there, and I would let it just sit in a cool, dark spot. I would say 24 hours for that volume. And then I just use, you kind of saw there, I then take a funnel, clean mason jar, and I'll pour it through the funnel, into the funnel with a paper coffee filter. Coffee filter. Just to get the sediment out so you're not getting that into your whiskey. Man. I don't know if that is Sinatra Select, but that, man, makes that Jack Daniels just sing, baby. Sing a song, baby. I like that. That is something I think once I'm done with this, I might just do a bottle of that blend and put it in that bottle. That is good stuff. All right. It makes it smoother, caramel, chocolatey. And I don't usually get those notes. I'm getting those notes out of that. So we are going to leave it there for now. And if you have had Sinatra Select and you do this little experiment, let me know in the comments what you find. Are they comparable in taste? At some point, I might actually, sink $150 into a bottle of this stuff and see how it actually is. So we will leave it there. And this, to me, does not come close, but I'm sure if I soaked this single barrel select in those wood chips that have been charred, I might get a similar result. But that is just good stuff. So yeah, until next time, it is me, David, coming to you from my whiskey den here in Central Ohio. I hope your next pour is your best pour. We'll catch you soon, and thank you so much for watching. Hey everyone, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe so you can be notified of future videos as they drop. Thanks for watching.